Every time I think my spreadsheet is done, I find more books. Okay, good. Now we're ready. This video is brought to you by the feeling I get when a book goes from being a bookstore's to being mine. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Hello if you are new. Today we are doing my September TBR, so in spirit of fall. We have our cozy vibes today. And yeah, so today we're doing things a little bit differently. We're gonna do a random number generator picks my TBR. So I cataloged all of them on an Excel sheet and assigned them a number, and then we plug that number into a random number generator, and we're gonna spin to see what we get, and that's gonna be my TBR for the month. I think we're only gonna pick like 4 or 5 because I have some library books that I just checked out, so obviously I have to read those within the month and get those back. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, so let's get started. I have all of the books cataloged and assigned a number, and they're all on this spinning wheel, which is so cute. We're gonna shuffle up these numbers so that they're not in numerical order. They're just gonna be randomized on the spinning wheel as well. Let's see what happens. Okay. Number 12. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it literally claps. And I don't know if you can tell, but it like plays confetti. So number 12. Number 12 is The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. So that's gonna be our first book. Let me turn up the volume so you can hear the clapping. I apologize in advance if you can hear the construction that's going on outside my house, but it's been going on for literally probably 3 months, so nothing I can do about it. Okay, now that number 12 has been picked, I'm gonna remove it. It gives you an option to remove the one you spun from the wheel, so I'm gonna remove it so it doesn't get repicked. Spin again. Number 20. Which is In a Jam by Kate Canterbury. Remove. Number 7, which is The Invitation by Lucy Foley. And then we'll do 2 more. Drum roll. Why am I playing like a bongo? Drum roll. Number 6. Number 6. Number 6 is Happenstance by Carol Shields. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen this book before. It was in, I want to say like my June TBR. It has this beautiful cover, and I'll show you guys later. I'll go grab them off the shelf. But one side is from, oh my gosh. Number 6 is Happenstance by Carol Shields. If you follow me on Instagram, Books with Bloom, you've seen this book before. I think it was on my June TBR, and the cover is so beautiful. One side is blue, and then if you flip it over, the other side is pink, and I'll show you guys all the books later. I'll grab them off the shelf. But the book is split in half, one side from the woman's point of view, the other side from the man's point of view. I started this book, and I just was not in the headspace to like pay attention. I think the first 20 pages like begins with this description of her life, which is largely a description of this like quilt that she's working on, and I just it was putting me to sleep every time, so hopefully I have better luck with it this time. Okay, remove, and this is the last one, so I'm going to shuffle all the numbers again just for some variety, and spin. And number 21, which is A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. So this is a good TBR. Hi friends. If you have a keen eye, and unlike me can count, you'll notice that I forgot to account for the headers in my Excel table, and therefore all of the book picks are one book off. So essentially every book I picked should be the entry right below it. But it's too late. I've already committed to these books. I am now emotionally invested in reading them, so we're gonna keep it the same. But I just wanted to let you know that I junked it all up. So hopefully next time around, I'll learn how to count. I come on this channel to read, not to be a mathematician. So better luck next time. Grabs everything from their respective shelves. So we'll start. We have A Flicker in the Dark and In a Jam. A Flicker in the Dark, I know, is a mystery thriller. I'm a few pages into it because I started it randomly a few weeks ago, but I'm not far enough into it to know anything about the plot. I just know, I think that the main character is like a psychiatrist or therapist or something along those lines. So that'll be fun because, you know, September, we're starting the fall, spooky vibes. And then we have In a Jam by Kate Canterbury, which I know is a romance, so that'll be fun. I've heard some good things. It's also small town, so that'll be good. Then we have The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. I noticed when I took it off my shelf that it's the Junior Classics version, which means it has illustrations, which is really fun. But I think it's also either abridged, it says adapted on the back. This is general fiction. It might be a classic at this point. I'm not entirely sure what denotes a classic, but this will be good. And even though it's probably the shorter version, it's still gonna count towards my Goodreads goal, so it'll be good. I actually got this from my high school English teacher, and in my senior year he was trying to like revamp his bookshelves or something, and so he was getting rid of a bunch of books, and so I just took this from there. Then we have Happenstance by Carol Shields with the aforementioned gorgeous cover. It is half from the point of view of the wife and half from the point of view of a husband, and it says 2 novels and 1 about a marriage in transition, so I assume this is going to be literary fiction, general fiction, and have hopefully a good commentary about marriage and long-term relationship and you know, the communication or lack thereof that happens, and the way that 2 people who are so intimately connected can live lives or see things so differently. So I'm excited for that. And then we have The Invitation by Lucy Foley. I got this at my local library. They were having a book sale. I think I got this for literally $2, so I have no idea what it's about. I briefly skimmed the synopsis in the front and a Goodreads like listing, and it said it was historical fiction, contemporary romance, and so this is good. I'm excited. The synopsis said that this filmmaker is like doing a profile on this woman. I think her name is Stella, and she has a lot of secrets, so we'll see what gets dug up from her past. And then my 2 books from the library. The first is a fantasy. It is The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. Obviously we were gonna have a fantasy in September because fall is fantasy season. Thinking about it the other day, and I think fantasy is my favorite genre, so we're gonna take the fall cozy fantasy vibes and just extend it into the rest of my life, if that's cool with everybody. I've heard really good things about this. I know Sarah Crowley read it and said that the politics were a little intense, kind of complex, but I look forward to reading it. I've never read anything about Olivia Blake, I don't think, and I've heard really, really, really good things about her as an author, so I'm really excited about this. And I also think that this is in a series. I think it's a duology, so hopefully I'll be able to get the second one as well. And then finally we have The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. Again, I've heard amazing things about this. I know that the synopsis of this is essentially that the guy he's a bodyguard and the woman happens to be his bodyguard. He has to go home for a period of time and he doesn't want his family to know that she is his bodyguard, so they are fake dating. They're fake dating. So it has fake dating trope and forced proximity. I'm hoping for some sort of like indifference to lovers or enemies to lovers, because that's always fun to read. But yeah. So as a roundup and to increase the bookish fall cozy vibes, we have A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham and In a Jam by Kate Canterbury, Dance by Carol Shields, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain, The Invitation by Lucy Foley, The Bodyguard by Catherine Center, and last but not least, The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. Literally half the titles in my TBR for this month have the word the, so welcome to the TBR of September. But I'm really excited to read all of these, and I'm sure there will be a reading vlog somewhere along the way, so if you want to keep tabs on what I'm doing, make sure you follow me at Books with Bloom. I usually post what I'm reading for the week, so you'll see which one of these I actually got around to reading, or if I just abandoned them all and chose something completely different. And like I said, I'm sure there'll be a reading vlog somewhere along the way, so make sure you subscribe. And at the very least, you'll see at the end of the month my wrap up, what I ended up reading and what I rated it. Make sure you comment down below if you have read any of these books and your thoughts and what you rated them. If you have any suggestions for more bookish fall cozy vibes in books, because I am very much a mood reader, and like I said, I could just completely abandon this. And with that, that's kind of all I got for you. So like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Books with Bloom, and I'll see you somewhere else on the internet. Bye guys.